Okay, today I'm going to give you some points about the water which might be very useful. Okay, water is the most important thing, uh, and you have to think of it as a complete living stuff. So the water that you buy uh, or that you grab from nature has a certain state which is changing through the time and through the circumstances. So, for example, seawater. Seawater, when you take it from the sea, it is alive. It is a live organism. And then, if you keep it in a bottle for around 2 months, this life will be gone. Between 2 and 3 months, it's the moment where the life of the water, where the structure changes. So the scientist will witness that some material stuff will like fall to the bottom of the bottle, like they have been non-detectable, nobody can see them, but after sometimes around 2 months, between 2-3 months, these components will fall into their non-organic form, into their material form, which is not good for the human being. So water has life expectancy. If you have live water, it has some life expectancy once it is stagnant, when it is out of nature. It's not kept alive, moving, vortexing under the sun, under the magnetic of the earth, and all the stuff that makes the life. So it makes also this water alive. So like I said, for example, I want myself to have seawater. I am inside the lands. There is no seawater next to me. There is companies selling seawater, but I'm not buying because I don't know. I'm sure this water has been for a bottle for a long time, so I will buy a dead water. I will not buy seawater, even if it was as a seawater when it was in the bottle. But after 2 months, it's finished. It's not the same stuff. So it's something that is alive. First point. Second point. Also, you can destroy the water. You can kill it by temperature. This is why cooking food, we say that it changes the food. It's not good. It's better to eat stuff with their when they are not cooked. So the temperature destroys the information, destroys the structure. The temperature that kills the water, it's around 67 degrees. 67 degrees, you wipe the information of the water. It's not alive anymore, and it's become dead water, you know. So we have a component of time which is around 2 months, and a component of temperature which is around 67 degrees, where you wipe the information. And also there is a third one, which is when this water goes through a magnetic field. A magnetic field also can wipe the information or change the information or alter it. A strong magnetic field. So you understand how water changes through time, even if we cannot measure it, we cannot see it, because it's about information, you know. Yet we can see the stuff falling at certain moment. If we keep it not moving, this water, it will die. Yeah. So those are the points which I wanted to say. The two waters which we will talk about is distilled water and seawater. Those are the two which give us like many stuffs to do. I start with the distilled water. I have personally a water distiller for many years. So it gives me a pure water. It gives me a pure water, but it gives me a pure water which is flat energetically, electrically. It's dead. There is nothing in it. Yet, even if I don't energize it, I do nothing, it is still very useful for me. When I drink it, it adds nothing to the system. It adds nothing to the system, just water. So if my body wants to get rid of something, there is this more water in me, which allows the body to get rid of stuffs that are too much. So the water is a way to get the stuff that they are too much in you, get them out. This is very important. Not adding nothing to the system, and allowing the body to get rid of the stuff without adding other stuffs inside of you. So the distilled water has this powerful power of it. It can clean you without adding nothing. And you can of course use it for eye bathing, which is #1 action for your eyes. So I repeat, this water, when it comes from the distiller, has no energy, has electrically, it has nothing, but we can energize it. I'm gonna add any stuff in it, what we want. So it is a tool. It is a tool that we have to master. Distilled water. So I'm gonna come back later, or in what way we can energize it, and see multiple ways to do it. So this is distilled water, #1. #2, the seawater. Seawater is a tool. Seawater is alive. It gives life to everything. There is this scientist which mixed the seawater with pure water in a proportion of exact proportion. It becomes like blood. So he was putting it inside living being as blood, and it can take the place of any blood, even better. So it is the plasma of Quentin. Quentin is the French scientist, his name, who discovered this plasma of Quentin. So this seawater is very, very powerful tool. Okay, so if you are next to the sea, it is in front of you. I repeat, it has a life expectancy. Once out of its zone, it has around 2 months of keeping its characteristic. Then it starts to fall into the materialistic form. The stuff that are in it in some energetic form start to materialize, and it's not the same anymore. This is why I'm not very going into buying this seawater. I wait to go next to the sea. So yes, the seawater, plasma of Quentin, very, very important. Yes, and I tell you again, if you want to watch a video about seawater, go to the Saul Voice channel. Saul Voice channel, he did a crazy video about seawater. He tries it. He drinks directly a seawater. And I will add, if you drink seawater bit by bit, like small quantities, you will have this very important trace mineral and the life structure of this water. It is alive, so it is highly bio, lively, friendly stuff to drink, you know. Plus you balance with distilled water when you are thirsty or something. I think you have here a key to keep yourself very clean and very mineralized by the water and the life of the seawater. Okay, two very, very powerful tools. Having a water distiller and having access to the seawater, I think it is a master stuff to do. Okay, I come back to how to energize the distilled water. Many ways to do it. This water is like a blank, it's like the videotape, and you can put any movie on it. That's it. The scientists were subjugated by the movie, which is the material stuff, if they can detect this mineral or this or that, but they cannot see that the magnetic band is the most important, and the information on it. So there is some scientists now which have discovered it. So I tell you, the vortexes, there is this scientist called Jeanne Rousseau. She invented a bathtub with 2 vortexes going the opposite direction, and people will bat between the 2 vortexes, and crazy stuff happens to them. They get healed and stuff. His invention was stopped in the 60s. I will put the link video of her bath tube. She was incredible genius. So I heard her saying that the vortexes, when you vortex like direction clockwise, the tendency is to go acidic of the water. When you vortex the other side, the tendency is to go basic. The water not go to being a base, pH, basic pH. So opposite direction according to the vortex. It's all energies of the earth, of cosmic energies, movements and everything, crazy stuffs. What she said also, she said that the human body has an electric side, which is the side of the heart, and a magnetic side which will be a side of the liver. So even when they entered her bath tube, there was a good position to be, to have the vortex which is clockwise. I think will be heart, the side of your heart, for example. A beautiful woman. She was bioelectronician, so she was into the bioelectronic of the human being. Even now it doesn't exist as a science. We are going backwards. Okay, vortexes. We can transfer information in the water by the electricity going through some condensator which has something in it, like some food or some even bee wax. This Marcel Violet, he has his water informed by the bee wax which was in the condensator, and then one cable going inside the water, and it was this magical water that healed a lot of people. It is very easy to do, and I even can tell we can do it in many other ways. So magnetism, magnetic field can if you put something between a magnetic field and the water, like even a bit of something, this magnetic field will inform the water. Homeopathic stuff, you can put a little bit, just a small quantity of something in the water, then shake it very hard, and then so you have the information. You have to shake it. It's you have to do it. It's like this. So once you put one drop, you have to shake it. They call it emulsion, and then you can dilute it more, and shake every time. You have to shake a lot. It's like this, and produce this information that was one drop, and just dilute it, so that it will be only the information at the end. This is the homeopathic principle, totally proven by Jacques Benveniste, who proved the memory of the water. Totally destroyed scientist, genius. They put him aside 20 years, and now everything is getting to the surface. The sun can inform the water, of course, if it's put on the sun. You can educate water, like you educate some water, and never empty the bottle. Keep always some educated water, so when you add the other water on it, the old water will inform the other one, and never always keep some water and just take what you need. So the old one will educate till the water get very specialized into doing something. Any of those principles I told you, you can keep a little bit always, so it gets stronger and stronger. And I have witnessed this. It's a crazy phenomenon. Okay, so mastering the water, crazy stuff we can do, and all these techniques that I told you, it can be all mixed together. All these techniques, all this system can be put in one system. We can go crazy with this water. Okay. So a bunch of scientists I already told you. Yeah. René Quinton, the plasma, Marcel Violet, his water, magical water of Marcel Violet. Louis-Claude Vincent, he was also informing the water, just putting only the information in the water. I don't know exactly how he did it. I have to check this. But he fed some small animals just with informed water, and they were very healthy and zero sickness. They only drink informed water, no food. Crazy stuffs. Jean Rousseau, her bath tub that saved many lives, totally forbidden by the medical mafia. Jacques Benveniste, the memory of the water in the end of the 80s, beginning of the 90s, totally ridiculed, and now there is a Prize Nobel who is continuing his job and totally proven crazy, recording the signal of the water, the memory, then make it listen to another water, and the water behave the same, and make the DNA appear. Crazy science. Okay, 14 minutes. We are close to the 15 minutes. I just throw the information like this. You may pick one or two things that are important for you. This is why I did this video, not to lose time. You're not trying to make something complicated. I will put the links under so you can see whatever you want to stumble on. So that's it, my video about mastering water, and if there is something more, I will put more information. Thank you very much.